We've just watched the entire program, and we're laughing at. He's laughing at what we've just seen. I was rather amused myself. We'll get to what we've just seen momentarily, but let's go in order, shall we? And I'm glad you could go ahead and finish eating before we started. That was very nice of you to.
No problem.
Like. Batista MVP. Batista wins. Nothing there for me. The four-man tag team, 6-man, 8-man.
8-man. Way to figure it out there. Do the math.
Well, the 4 teams of 2 men.
Which is how many men?
4 on a team. It's 8.
That's
total.
how many men?
8 total. But
8 total.
Deuce and Domino, Edge hits, Jun Wang Yang, and Shayna Moore. Festus and Jesse and Festus.
Jesse and Festus.
And I thought that was fun. I enjoyed the fact that, of course, Jimmy Wang Yang wins for the good guys. Then all hell breaks loose, but it's after the bell rung. So Festus is now dumb again.
He's a vegetable.
Yeah, and so Jesse has to crawl over there. Ding, ding.
Yeah, it was like the weakest bell ring I've ever seen.
Hey, he was injured. I mean, the Edgeheads and Deuce and Domino had been pounding away at poor Jesse. And then Festus, yeah, Jesse. Festus re-emerges and clears the ring. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a nice bit of business.
I thought it was interesting. I don't know what to think about that. I think it's gonna, me personally, I think it's gonna eventually, he disagrees, but I think it's eventually gonna wear out.
Eventually, yes.
Wear out its welcome and get a little.
This was a new little thing we've never seen. I mean, this was a fun little thing to do for them. Michelle then fought Victoria, and Palumbo sat outside the ring on his bike.
Stop it, Chuck!
Going.
Supposed to be in a match right now. This isn't nice.
And then he distracts Michelle. Victoria does the Widow's Peak, and then
Victoria gets the victory.
Yes.
So no Jamie Noble.
No.
Boo.
Poor fellow.
Probably still hurt.
Yeah.
Traumatized by almost getting run over the.
Palumbo comes in the ring, steps on Michelle's arm, and says, "Hey, you like it? Hey, you like what you see? I don't think so." What does that mean? You're gonna get seen a lot more of it now.
How do I know what that means? I don't know what that means either.
And he steps on her hair and he won't let her get away. So is he just saying he's gonna start beating her up more? I mean, that's not nice.
Really
your boyfriend Jamie Noble, you liked seeing him get beat up, didn't you?
Stop it, Chuck. You're scaring me.
Then the next match, Big Daddy V and Undertaker.
We saw this like 2 weeks ago.
What we did, well, you're right. And Undertaker won legitimately.
Yeah.
And then goes after Matt Stryker.
Yeah. Who
is kind of funny to watch. And then he did the special bleeding gums.
Bleeding gums move. Let's just call it that. The bleeding gums move. You know,
that's exactly.
Little Matt Stryker had to put a ketchup packet in his mouth and bleed corn syrup everywhere.
Then they've been building up to it all night. Edge was back in the back. I have to have some time alone.
You're skipping something.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're skipping the Great Khali versus Finlay.
Oh yeah.
Way to pay attention there, Race.
I skipped it. Okay.
Even though there's not much to say about this, it's pretty much a rehash of what we saw.
Then the shenanigans. Now, when Hornswoggle went and kicked, what's his name, Sinjin?
The guy, whatever his
translator.
name is. Anyway,
that didn't look good.
It looked fine to me. But you could see the delay. You could see where he kicked him and then his head jerked back. You know, it wasn't like one. It was like.
Not to me. It looked like a horrible.
Yeah,
head snap.
I'm sure we would have heard something.
Then the thing we're going to talk about. They'd been building up to it all night. Edge was nervous. Vicky was getting her makeup done.
I want to look good for my big night tonight.
Which I was thinking, it's gonna take a miracle, but
her stylist was going, "This isn't a magic wand."
You're not paying me enough, sweetie. Sorry. But that's a different story.
And so then into the ring comes Edge. They have the nice little quartet, and then then Edge asks the question, which I thought they were going to be leading up to a different question. I thought he was going to say something.
Yeah, I thought at the last minute he was going to say something ridiculous, like
Yeah.
would you be my manager or would you?
I need to buy a house. Would you co-sign on the lease?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. But he asked her to marry her. Then out comes little Ray. Now poor little Ray. Between the taping of the show and
Yes,
now,
for those of you that haven't heard, Ray injured his boobie.
Yeah, he injured something, an arm or a.
Wait, I don't know if it's bicep, pectoral. I'm sure I could look online right now.
I feel really bad for him because he just came back. He seems like a likable little fella. He's in Gulf Breeze, Florida, which is very close to where we are.
Literally like 5 minutes.
So when we finish this, I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna go to every hospital in Gulf Breeze. I'm gonna try to track him down.
It's not like one.
Okay, then I'll go to that hospital. Anyway, so he comes out and he says to Vicky, "I hope you plan on changing your name, dropping the Guerrero name." But I'm thinking if she marries Ed, she's gonna have to drop her name because he has no name.
Copeland?
He's not Edge Copeland.
It's Adam Copeland.
Right, but she's not gonna marry. We're talking in wrestling terms.
Yes, but it's.
His name isn't Edge. It's just Edge. So she would just be Vicky Edge.
Just be Vicky.
And so anyway, so then he says, "You
Come here and apologize."
My Edge sounds a lot like my.
I was about to say, who is that?
That was supposed to be Edge. When I do this, when I stick my chin out, man. So he says, "Come in this ring and apologize." And so Ray gets in the ring and he starts speaking in tongues. It's one of these.
It's called Spanish, jackass.
It was tongues, I thought. It sounded like some weird. Anyway, so he refuses to.
I'm sorry
apologize.
for all our Spanish viewers.
Oh yeah, I forgot there were Spanish. Sorry. So there were. So Edge gets 619, and then. Then Ray gets up on the ring and bounces from the top of the ring to get Edge.
You had to see. I'm sorry.
Edge move.
I'm sorry. You had to see this coming because I saw it coming before it ever happened.
I was completely surprised.
Oh no, not me. I saw it coming. Oh, how is this gonna work out?
I was as surprised as Vicky. In fact, I felt the blow of her. And then the show ended.
And Ray just.
At first,
Ray just seemed like he didn't even care.
At first, he's shocked, like,
Oh, crap. Oh, I am sorry, okay?
and then he realizes,
Well, I guess I gotta own up to it now.
and so he's walking around like,
Yeah, I did it. That's alright. I did this. What you gonna do about it, okay? I sure heard it. I sure heard a thing or dos.
Again, I apologize to our Spanish viewers.
But that was the show, so we're really excited. Apparently, Ray really wants to show up at Smackdown. He's waiting in Gulf Breeze for the doctor to tell him to give him the go-ahead. So we wonder what's happening.
I've heard rumors of 3 possible replacements for that match. One, I think the most likely candidate is Kane, because he's not doing anything. I've heard Matt Hardy's name thrown into the mix.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that, and I heard the Big Show maybe brought back early. To be thrown into the mix, but I mean, it could be anything. We don't know how serious this injury is. It could end up being Ray.
Right.
So we'll have to wait and see.
And so so that was the show. Touching briefly on the pay-per-view challenge. Get your things in. It'll be tomorrow's the cutoff. Yeah, you have to do them sometime by the end of the day, Saturday. We're gonna leave the Ray thing as it stands. Edge and Ray. We're just going to assume that's that. So. Make your predictions thusly, and so I guess that's about it.
Yeah, thanks for all the emails. Thanks for checking out my new fancy MySpace page.
And I'm going to get my own MySpace page so I can have my say.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So have a good night, good weekend, and we'll see you enjoy No Way Out. We'll see you shortly thereafter.
Peace.